Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations in the Americas achieved incredible feats long before any contact with the outside world? I mean, we're talking about structures that rival the pyramids of Egypt, calendars more accurate than anything Europe had for centuries, and cities that thrived in the harshest environments. How did the Maya master astronomy with such precision? How did the Aztecs build a magnificent city, Tenochtitlan, on a lake? And what about the Inca, who carved roads and cities into the Andes Mountains, creating one of the greatest road networks in history? These weren't just isolated feats of engineering, these civilizations were intellectual powerhouses. They were masters of mathematics, astronomy, agriculture, and art. In this video, we'll take you on a journey to explore the greatest ancient American civilizations, the Maya, Aztecs, Inca, and even the fascinating cultures of North America. Get ready to be amazed. Let's start our journey in the steamy jungles of Central America, where the Maya civilization flourished for over 3,000 years. Now, when I say flourished, I don't mean just survived. The Maya thrived. They built sprawling cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza, filled with towering pyramids, palaces, and ball courts. And these weren't just for show, my friends. These structures were meticulously aligned with the stars, reflecting the Maya's deep understanding of astronomy. You see, the Maya were obsessed with time. They believed it was cyclical, a constant cycle of creation and destruction. To track these cycles, they developed a complex calendar system. And I'm not talking about your basic 12-month calendar. The Maya had multiple calendars, interlocking like gears in a cosmic clock. They had a 260-day calendar for rituals, a 365-day solar calendar, and even a long count calendar that tracked time from the supposed creation of the universe. This calendar was so accurate that it could predict celestial events centuries into the future. Think about that for a second. Centuries before telescopes and modern astronomy, the Maya were charting the movements of Venus and eclipses with astonishing accuracy. But their intellectual prowess didn't stop there. The Maya developed a sophisticated system of mathematics based on the number 20, and they were one of the few cultures in the ancient world to use the concept of zero. They recorded their knowledge, their history, their myths in a beautiful hieroglyphic writing system. Imagine the stories these glyphs could tell if we could only unlock all their secrets. The Maya were also masters of agriculture, transforming the dense jungle into fertile farmland. They used ingenious techniques like raised fields and terraced hillsides to cultivate crops like maize, beans, and squash, the very foundation of their civilization. Sadly, by the time the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century, many Maya cities were already in decline. The reasons for their collapse are still debated, but it likely involved a combination of factors like climate change, overpopulation, and political instability. But even though their cities fell silent, the Maya people endured. Their descendants still live in Central America today, keeping their traditions and language alive, a testament to the enduring legacy of this remarkable civilization. Our next stop takes us to the Valley of Mexico, where we encounter the Aztecs, a civilization known for their military prowess, their impressive engineering feats, and yes, their complex religious practices. Now, the Aztecs didn't just appear out of thin air. They emerged from nomadic tribes, eventually settling on an island in Lake Texcoco, where, according to legend, an eagle perched on a cactus with a serpent in its beak, a sign that this was the chosen place. This image, by the way, is still a powerful symbol in Mexico today. On this unlikely island, they built their magnificent capital city, Tenochtitlan. Now, imagine a city crisscrossed by canals, with temples and palaces rising above the water, connected by causeways and bustling with activity. That was Tenochtitlan, a testament to Aztec ingenuity. To create more land for their growing population, they developed chinampas, these floating gardens that were incredibly productive. They were masters of agriculture, and their city thrived, becoming a center of trade and culture. But the Aztecs weren't just builders and farmers, they were warriors too. They had a powerful military, and through alliances and conquests they expanded their empire across much of Mesoamerica. Now, their religious beliefs were deeply intertwined with their militaristic culture. They believed that the gods required human sacrifice to sustain the world. It's a practice that's difficult for us to comprehend today, but it was central to their worldview. The Aztecs also had a rich artistic tradition, creating intricate sculptures, beautiful featherwork, and elaborate mosaics. They had a complex social structure with skilled artisans, merchants, and warriors all playing vital roles in their society. But their reign wouldn't last forever. The arrival of Hernán Cortés and the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century marked a turning point. With superior weapons, alliances with rival indigenous groups, and diseases that ravaged the Aztec population, the Spanish were able to conquer Tenochtitlan in 1521, marking the end of the Aztec Empire. Despite their relatively short time in power, the Aztecs left an indelible mark on the region. Their language, Nahuatl, is still spoken today, and their cultural influence can be seen in everything from Mexican cuisine to traditional festivals. The story of the Aztecs is a reminder that even the most powerful empires can rise and fall, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape the world we live in today. Our journey now takes us south to the Andes Mountains, one of the most challenging environments on our planet. It's here that the Inca, true masters of adaptation and engineering, carved out an empire that stretched over 2,500 miles. Imagine a civilization connected by a network of roads so vast and well-built that it puts the Roman Empire to shame. The Inca constructed over 25,000 miles of paved roads and bridges that traversed mountains, deserts, and rainforests. These roads facilitated communication, trade, and the movement of armies. Messengers relayed messages using quipu, a unique form of record-keeping. The Inca didn't have a written language, but their quipu, textiles, and architecture served as powerful forms of communication. Have you ever seen pictures of Machu Picchu? This breathtaking city in the clouds is perhaps the most iconic symbol of the Inca civilization. But Machu Picchu is just one example of their architectural genius. They built massive stone fortresses like Sacsayhuaman, where stones fit together with such precision that you can't even slip a piece of paper between them. The Inca transformed the steep Andean slopes into fertile terraces, using sophisticated irrigation systems. They grew crops like potatoes, quinoa, and maize. They even developed freeze-drying techniques to preserve food. The Inca Empire was a highly organized state, ruled by an emperor considered the descendant of the sun god, Inti. They had a strong central government, a complex social hierarchy, and a system of mandatory labor called mita. But like the Aztecs, the Inca Empire faced its demise with the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century. Weakened by internal strife and diseases brought from Europe, the Inca Empire fell to Francisco Pizarro and his forces. The Inca civilization left an indelible mark on the Andes, their legacy visible in the descendants who still speak Quechua and practice their traditions. Our journey through the ancient Americas wouldn't be complete without venturing north to explore the diverse cultures that thrived in what is now the United States and Canada. Now, while these civilizations might not have had the same monumental architecture as their southern counterparts, they were no less sophisticated in their own right. Let's start with the ancestral Puebloans, who inhabited the Four Corners region of the American Southwest. These were the master architects of the cliff dwellings you see in places like Mesa Verde National Park. These intricate villages built into the sides of cliffs, almost blending into the landscape. The ancestral Puebloans were deeply connected to their environment. They were skilled farmers, developing ingenious techniques to cultivate crops like corn, beans, and squash in the arid climate. They built elaborate irrigation systems, and even used astronomical observations to determine the best time for planting and harvesting. Moving east, we encounter the Mississippian culture, which flourished in the Mississippi River Valley and beyond. These were the mound builders, constructing massive earthen mounds that served as platforms for temples, homes, and burial sites. Some of these mounds, like Cahokia in Illinois, were so large that they rivaled the pyramids of Egypt in volume. The Mississippians were skilled farmers, hunters, and traders. They had a complex social structure with elaborate religious ceremonies and a deep reverence for the natural world. Their influence can be seen in the art, symbolism, and traditions of many Native American tribes in the eastern United States. The story of North American civilizations is a testament to human adaptability and ingenuity. These cultures thrived in diverse environments, developing unique ways of life that left an enduring legacy on the landscape and the people who call this land home. From the Arctic to the deserts of the Southwest, from the eastern woodlands to the Pacific coast, North America was home to a tapestry of cultures, each with its own unique story to tell. And while many of these stories were tragically disrupted by the arrival of Europeans, the resilience and spirit of these ancient civilizations continue to inspire us today. And that concludes our journey through the ancient civilizations of the Americas. From the cosmic timekeepers of the Maya to the innovative builders of the Aztec, the mountain architects of the Inca, and the diverse cultures of North America, we've explored civilizations that thrived for centuries, leaving behind a legacy of knowledge, innovation, and cultural richness. Which civilization impressed you the most? Was it the Maya's understanding of the cosmos, the Aztecs' grand city on a lake, the Inca's mastery of the Andes, or the resilience of North America's ancient cultures? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay with us on future journeys through the wonders of history.